What's up you guys, my name's Ali and welcome back to my channel. Excuse the lighting, it's like 5:30 at the moment here and so it's starting to get a little bit dark, but I really wanted to make this video because we are going to do a little review on Chamberlain Coffee, specifically their matcha, because I'm not really a coffee drinker, but I very much am a matcha drinker. So, quick background, the owner of Chamberlain Coffee is Emma Chamberlain. She rose to YouTube stardom in, I want to say, like 2017, and she was really well known for her love of coffee. And so Chamberlain Coffee was born and currently is worth an estimated $12 million. Naturally, the brand started branching out outside of coffee and went into matcha. They've been getting a little bit of hype recently on TikTok, so I had to purchase all of them and give them a go. They came in this really cute bag and there's 3 flavors: traditional, vanilla, and chocolate. They also came really quickly, like within a week, which is unheard of in Australia. So I've heard mixed reviews on them. Some people say it's really good, other people say, oh, there's obviously better out there. Yeah, I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna bite the bullet, see how I go. But before we start, I thought I'd actually run through how I make my matcha. I just got a new matcha whisk from T2, so let's bloom it. Essentially, blooming a whisk is to gently untie the knot and the curled prongs. So you want to boil some water and steep the whisk for about 1 to 2 minutes, and you'll see it starts to loosen. Now this helps your matcha powder to become smoother and more frothier in consistency. You'll be left with some pretty green water, but that means that your whisk is now clean. You don't have to bloom your matcha whisk every time you use it, just when you start to see the prongs start to stiffen up. Now I love strong flavors, so I do 2 teaspoons and then pour some water over that's been boiled at 80 degrees. Make sure to whisk in a W formation and not a circle. I prefer my matchas to be iced, so I'll pop some in, topping up with some cold water, which I didn't actually realize was sparkling, so my bad. Milk of choice is coconut. I just feel like it adds a really nice sweetness to the matcha, and I don't need to use honey if I use this. And this is just me laughing about how I've put soda water in my matcha, but it actually tastes really good. Now I thought I'd just preface that this is just how I like to drink my matcha, and it's how I'll be preparing mine in the review. So let's get into it. The first matcha we're trying is the original matcha. So this matcha powder and all the Chamberlain Coffee matcha powders are certified organic, and they're also ceremonial grade, which means they're a really top quality matcha. So each matcha tin costs around 33 Australian dollars each, and this is the only tin that comes with a pullback ring top. It says that it's organic Japanese matcha powder, stone ground from premium Japanese tencha leaves. I will say it doesn't say where in Japan this matcha is sourced, it just says it's Japanese. The tin says to add half to 1 teaspoon of matcha. I did a teaspoon to 6 ounces of water. Even though I prepared it the way I like, I found it to be a little bit more bitter than what I'm used to. So I think I'll just go half a teaspoon next time I drink this particular matcha. So this is it. I'm drinking it hot and then we're going to put some ice in it because I feel like they taste different when they're different warmths. Whoa, it is bitter. Ooh, it's interesting because I can take quite strong bitter tastes, but even for me, and then I've also popped some coconut milk in it, it's still a little too bitter for me. I think I might need to add some honey to it or something like that. Emma really likes those strong coffees, so perhaps that's her matcha taste as well. Let's try it iced because it could taste different at different temperatures. Okay, now I've added the ice, it's definitely way more enjoyable. And I think the coldness of the ice kind of cuts the bitterness in a way. So I definitely prefer it cold. In general, I prefer my matcha cold, so maybe that's also why. Okay, let's try the vanilla. So all the Chamberlain Coffee matchas come in a 30-gram tin, and the packaging is so cute. I'm so curious to see what it smells like. It doesn't smell that vanilla-y. That's interesting. Yeah, compared to the regular matcha, it pretty much smells the same. So I found the vanilla and chocolate matcha actually come in a packet and not a pullback. I have read that some flavored matchas sometimes compromise on quality, but the green is still really vibrant, which is a good sign of a high quality matcha. Okay, so again, we're gonna try it hot first. Once you whisk it and put it in the drink, it definitely gives that vanilla aroma now. Oh, that's really nice. That's so good. I think because it's a little bit sweeter, it cuts that bitterness of the original matcha powder. Oh, that is really nice. I love that. To be fair, a lot of people have told me how much they like this one, so I already knew it was going to be good. I'm gonna try it with some ice now. The vanilla flavor is almost stronger now it's cold, which is interesting because the original matcha powder, it kind of tapered down the bitterness. This is really yummy. I think if you're gonna get one, get the vanilla one. Actually, this would be so good with like some white chocolate shaved on top. Oof, I could literally drink this all day. And last but not least, in my little pouch, we have the chocolate matcha. I was hoping that this would look brown, but it doesn't. It's still green. I want to smell it. It smells really chocolatey. Unlike the vanilla one, you can really smell the flavor. That smells so good. I'm so keen to try it. I was actually really surprised that this matcha also has such a vibrant green, considering it is mixed with chocolate. It smells so good. So I have the matcha here. It's kind of gone to the bottom, so I'm gonna have to take some big sips because I honestly cannot be forced to go get a spoon. It tastes more like coca or cocoa. It tastes like a really earthy chocolate matcha. Matcha is already quite an earthy flavor, so I was expecting that it would be a slightly sweeter chocolate that they would use. It tastes quite earthy. It's nice, but I wouldn't have it on its own. I would have it with like a little bit of like hot chocolate or something like that mixed in with it. It's still really nice. It's just not really what I thought it was gonna be. Again, let's try it with some ice, see if this tastes a little bit better. Again, I prefer it cold, but I actually think that you lose the flavor for some reason when you put it cold. And that's all the matchas tried and tested. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on this and what you think about Chamberlain Coffee, what you think of her matchas, and if you've actually tried them or you want to try them. I'd say they're all pretty decent, but there's definitely better brands out there, and I think that her forte is coffee, to be honest. But from best to worst, I think that the best is definitely the vanilla. I'll definitely repurchase this. It was super delicious, especially when I put ice in it. The original matcha, I thought that this was a little bit bitter, but if you put some honey in it, it should be fine. And I like that it's organic, it's ceremonial grade, so yeah, it's really high quality matcha. And then lastly, I would say it's the chocolate one. Honestly, I thought it was a little bit disappointing. I did kind of have really high hopes for it, but I haven't again heard many people rave about it. So I kind of knew that it probably wasn't gonna be like this unreal taste. It's a little bit more earthy than I expected. I thought it was gonna be like a nice, sweet, not hot chocolate, but like that kind of vibe with some matcha in it. If you like those really earthy chocolate tastes like cacao, then I think you'd really like this. Oh, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.